Welcome to the eSports Report. On this week's show, we have the results from the first European Call of Duty Champs qualifier. We have the highlights from the first week of the European LCS.
Oh, they've gone for it, but he's stolen away there. It's Cyanide that managed to pick that one up. He died after. Oh, there's
And we check out what happened at Apex 2014.
He's still that's it. The champion.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the eSports Report. I'm Chris Puckett, and joining me, as always, is Desi Sanchez.
How's it going, Chris?
Really good today.
Let's kick it off. Over the weekend, the first round of preliminary qualifiers for the Call of Duty Championships began in the UK. 122 teams signed up, but only 8 could advance to the next stage of the qualifier. TCM, who's been dominating the European side of COD, escaped a close call against DB Gaming with a 3-2 victory. 10th-seeded Infused showed their hunger for a championship as they took down 7th-seed Bloodsport.
On that B flag, he's all alone at the second, though. No smoke grenades or anything to give him some cover. Great work there by other players to take some down. That is 3 momentarily down there for Infused, for Bloodsport, and they're going to try and get this B flag, try and get control of it, try and get some more points on the board. Still everything to play for, and this is such a crucial map. And there we go, Infused managed to take that B flag. They got that advantage.
That's right, and Epsilon, with the number 2 seed, swept through the entire tournament without dropping a single game. They're blazing through games faster than the casters could even keep up. 9th-seeded Viz and 10th-seeded Infused provided the only upsets of the tournament, but all the other portions of the bracket were taken by the favorites.
Another kill.
Yeah, there's one player left alive.
Oh, never mind, that game ended. Done.
Can't even do any play-by-play against Epsilon. Can you guys slow it down a bit so me and Brycey can cast some play-by-play here?
Aware, Epsilon, Exertus, Infused, Nicetia, Orbit, TCM, and Viz all earn spots for UK League play.
Nice job, boys. Guys, in the French qualifier, though, Play Hard, Millennium, Vitality Returns, and Vitality Rises made it out.
And over in Germany, Choke, Fab, Next Gen, and SK advanced. This weekend we'll host one more qualifier where 16 more teams will earn spots for league play. Of course, you can catch these matches this Saturday and Sunday right here on MLG.TV.
While the preliminary qualifiers in Europe were going on, the North American teams were still shuffling up their rosters. This week's big news, of course, was Scumpy announcing that he's going back to Optic Gaming. Earlier this month, Scumpy announced that he'd be joining the boys in blue on Team Envious, but after just 2 weeks of practicing with his new squad, he had a change of heart. I had a chance to sit down with Scumpy earlier in the week to get his thoughts on the move.
eSports Report update, and I am joined now by the new member of Optic Gaming who was on it before, and he's back. We have Mr. Scumpy on the phone. Scump, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
I'm a little bit blown away by the recent news here. First off, the fans, they need to know, why did you want to go to Envy in the first place? What was going through your head in that first move?
Well, NVS obviously has 2 former Optic members that I've teamed with in the past. I teamed with Proofy or Jordan back on Leverage in my Black Ops 1. We won a couple events together. And then obviously Joey or Merc, I teamed with him for a really long time, actually on Optic. So when they approached me, it all seemed so tempting. Obviously, I had a lot of anger built up inside of me, and that just made it even more tempting. And I saw a lot of potential with that team. Playing with my 2 really good friends, and then Goonjar, a really, really solid player that's been coming up through the years, getting better every year. So, you know, the offer just looks so tempting, and me being, you know, who I am, I sort of jumped out and grabbed it, and I think it was a little bit of a mistake and a rash move, an unthought out move.
Did you feel you were a pretty strong team with Envy? Did you feel like you could have been Call of Duty Championship caliber?
Oh, 100% I felt that. Actually, the 2K before this weekend's, the last weekend's 2K, we made it all the way to finals. The thing with Envious was our respawn game was like tip top. Like in the 2K before this weekend's where we went all the way to the finals, we didn't win a single search and we went to the finals and played against Complexity. And that is saying something. You know, in best of 3s where you can win 2 game types every single series and just lose the other one and still make it to finals is pretty remarkable. So Envy was a really solid team. I see the same potential as I saw with Envious with this new roster for Optic. So I'm really, really looking forward to making the move, and the new Optic roster Search and Destroy, you know, setup on paper looks really like a really strong Search and Destroy team, and SD wins championship. So.
And who are you most excited to be teaming with for the first time? Is it Embos or Clayster?
Clayster. Clayster's actually been a really long-time friend of mine. Don't get me wrong, Embos has too. But me and Clayster go way back. And I think it's going to be really cool to team with him. Obviously, he brings the hype. And I'm a player that plays off emotion and hype. And I think I started to show that a little bit at UMG Philly, more than I have before while I've been on Optic. I was screaming and, carrying on. But I think with Clayster on the team, just his intensity that he brings is going to bring my game up a lot while I'm at tournaments, just because of the sheer fact that I'm going to be, raging on stage pretty much.
Raging with Clayster. I can't even imagine the two of you screaming at the same time.
All right, Puckett, now that Scumpy's back on Optic, how does this move affect their seat on your power rankings?
Last week I had Envious coming in at number 2, but after losing Scumpy, Proofy left for a moment, I have them dropping down several notches. Now I think Scumpy playing next to Clayster and Embos on Optic Gaming once again. They've been looking good. If you watch them on Tuesday during their scrimmages, I believe they went something like 13-3. Optic Gaming, they're fighting for a top 2 spot in my opinion. I expect them to do very well if they keep playing this way. As long as they're having fun and they're not arguing, Optic Gaming could be a championship caliber team.
Sounds good. Optic on the rise. All right, let's switch gears from one FPS to another, from Call of Duty to Counter-Strike. The eSports Entertainment Association held the LAN finals for their 15th season in Dallas this weekend. After losing to Team Titan in the earlier rounds, Team iBuyPower managed to climb through the lower bracket and earn a rematch against Titan in the championship finals. Titan opened the series with a 19-15 overtime victory on Cash.
VP getting the shot through the smoke, draws the bomb carrier. Daze probably threw his mouse in the air from that shot. And then now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Skadoodle with the bomb on his back, it at least gets planted. Shoxy now still inside the CT spawn. NBK moving back here from the vents. Shoxy at the heaven gets a quick scope, but now it's back to a 1-on-1. They know that Skadoodle's inside the site. It was called by NBK as his Skadoodle killed him. Now they're both solo, 38 right now for Skadoodle, but Shoxy with 38 HP himself gets the kill. Pistol versus AK.
iBuyPower evened the series with a win on Nuke, sending the series to a decisive Game 3 on Inferno. iBuyPower finished their CT side with a 9-6 advantage, but Titan pushed the second half to the final round. However, it would not be enough, and iBuyPower would take the victory.
Ready, they've got a couple players already starting to rotate, switching back over here. Anger hasn't done his part at this point. They're going to be able to take down one. Scream picks up 3! Coming back around, it's going to be left up to Dazed and Anger. And now it's going to be left up to Shoxy, down to a 1-on-2. Shoxy pushing in, yeah, Dazed, that's going to be right there inside the side. Anger still going to be worrying around there. He's going to go ahead and flash over there towards that area. That's going to be peeking out. Headshot there into 1. He's going to go ahead and come back around. He's going to try to draw out. And Anger takes him down. And so Anger comes back around, and iBuyPower takes it over Titan.
Titan walks away with 8K for the second place, and iBuyPower wins a much more attractive $20,000.
20 grand, not bad. And guys, it's great to see Titan competing once again. You have to remember, this is the same squad that was previously known as Very Games. The original organization ran into some financial issues, but the Counter-Strike team manages to live on under the Titan banner.
Definitely glad to see them still competing. Now, before we head to the break, it's time for your Planet Side Clip of the Week. Check it out.
It's a good one.
No whisper target found.
There we go. Boom. 3 in a row, baby.
Good stuff there in Planet Side too. Desi, you got aim like that, right?
All day, every day.
That's what I thought. All right. Guys, when we come back, we have the results from the first week of the LCS.
Uses it, but it's incomplete defense. It's when he was dying. The odd one looking to go down next.
We check out who took first in the Star Series 8.
The fight anyway, and GG!
And we find out which team triumphed in the Infinite Crisis Winter Finals.
Down as well, but Spaghetti's very low. Can they stun him? No.
His main base. This is the first time I think I've seen 3-gate pressure win the game. There's the GG, and SKMC massacres Complexity's heart, making it look like it was nothing.
Throws down his headset, and uh-oh.
Uh-oh, MC, what are you doing? What are you doing, MC?
Teemo! He brings out the Teemo hat in homage to League of Legends.
2014 is here, and with it, Riot Games has kicked off another season of the League of Legends Championship Series. Although no new challenger teams rose through the ranks to join the LCS in the off-season, the European invasion of North America began with Bjergsen playing mid for TSM and half the Evil Geniuses roster migrating with their team name to the region.
Riot knew just how to start off the season, pitting the 2013 Spring Split winners Team Solo Mid versus the Summer winners Cloud9 in a clash of the Titans. And as we saw MC as Teemo just a moment ago, Lemonation locked in Teemo for his teammate High to play mid lane to open up a brand new season.
Wow. So I was going to say that's going to be a Teemo top lane, but they already have the Renekton as well. Because Teemo actually beats up on most of the current top laners in League of Legends. People just haven't started playing him because they don't think he transitions into team fights very well.
Despite the Teemo pick, it was Sneaky's Caitlyn that took the spotlight of the game with a dominating performance as Cloud9 earned their first victory.
Oh, there is the Vi. Where's the Gragas barrel though? Whoa, it's special, may not even get that for himself. The explosive cast is still up. Bjergsen finally uses it, but it's incomplete defense. It's when he was dying. The odd one looking to go down next. He tries to put Absolute Zero in a great spot. Lemonation with a nice fling onto that, but actually the kill goes to Balls, and they're able to get another kill onto Dyrus, leaving only Wild Turtle to run for his life.
Curse and XDG kicked off day 2 with another set of unorthodox picks, sending Karthus top, Akali mid, and Pantheon into the jungle. The unique composition kept ManCloud uncharacteristically tame in the mid lane, and Curse walked away with a lopsided victory.
And he's going to do it again, Seeken! With the initiation, doesn't even, no, he did flash in for that. Voyboy picks up another one. Can it be a double kill? And it looks like with the turret aggro, they're forced to back off.
Yeah, they did start up the fight a little bit early, so Dominate didn't tank the tower turret with his passive. But man, Voyboy's on the hunt again. Mandatory Cloud's got to run for his life.
They fought so...
Oh, he's fighting him!
Oh,
the crit!
Big.
Got it!
Got it! Damage on 300 HP, but it's Dominate over the wall with the Agency Ignite! Will stop, and it does not take him down! He vamps enough health back with the Gunblade. It still continues, though. Seeken finds him in a sore spot, and XDG is going to capitalize on that. Here comes Quads from the outside. The Vault Breaker easily able to get X. Oh no, Zuna. Zuna's gonna dodge the Skittles. One last one. Don't run in between the turret. You want to be able to run in the open. And he actually kills himself.
Play after play from Curse here for Rockets. Plus this, okay, they're going for the dive.
It doesn't matter what's there. The turret is not in the eyes of Curse. It's going to be ManCloud that goes down, but the GA has been popped. He's going to be back up. Quas is in a great spot on the fight, and the health bars of XDG are completely shredding. The double kill. Is it the triple kill coming in? It is. Voyboy goes hard. 11, 3, and 11. You can see Dominate just reeling in happiness right now, and they are going to be going for the Nexus turrets. Curse looks to make it 2-0 in the spring split.
Voyboy ends the game 11, 3, and 11 on one of his favorite champions, Akali, and you can tell they're satisfied with it.
The biggest surprise of the opening weekend had to be Cloud9's last game of the week, as the struggling Dignitas was in control for most of the game and therefore earned a huge upset.
Previous game, Cloud9 trying to force an initiation.
They're going for the attempt right here, but here comes Dignitas to try to answer one back, but they are outnumbered. High goes down though. Now what else can happen? Box is on. Kiwi Kid low ignited. He will drop. Meteos will fall to Crumbs. 2 for 2 in this battle. And here comes Skara. Can he help Cutie Pie? Damage out on Sneaky, and Cutie Pie survives. Lemonation is gonna die alone and sad. Double kill. I'm a Cutie Pie.
4 for 2.
As we end week 1, Cloud9 and TSM lead with 3-1 records. Curse, CLG, Dignitas, and Coast trail them at 2-2.
Earlier in the week, the European side of the LCS got underway as well, with some new faces rising up from the challenger ranks and the familiar favorites, Fnatic and Gambit, looking to stay on top. The first week of the LCS in Europe was a chance for teams to make a statement. Fnatic and Gambit squared off in the first matchup of the week, and Fnatic reminded everyone why they were a semi-finalist at Worlds last season. Fnatic's new AD carry, Reckless, went huge on Jinx, and Xpeke finished 10-1 on Orianna in the convincing win over Gambit.
Horribly for Fnatic. That's going to be a double kill. The super mega death rocket. Oh, and Diamond gets flashed away by Reckless, but can he close the gap? He's going to go in towards Reckless. He should. No, barrier bait pulls him out, and they don't get anything.
We prepare for this game a lot, because it was like the first game. It was versus Gambit, so we wanted to make sure we could play better than we did the last games. Like in Bota and IM Cologne, we practiced a lot, but we didn't prepare for any matchup. Since this one was the first game and we knew for a long time, we're like, okay, let's prepare for Gambit at least all we can, even in picks and bans and what we want to play.
Reckless had the strongest performance in the opening week of the LCS, finishing with 32 kills, 3 deaths, 26 assists overall, and a perfect 26-0 in 2 games with Jinx.
Wow.
He was definitely a key factor in Fnatic's 4-0 finish on the week.
Have to say, what a pickup there from Fnatic. And while Fnatic's hot start doesn't come as much of a surprise, a couple of newcomers posted some interesting results. Alliance, which is made up of parts of the old Evil Geniuses and Lemon Dogs rosters, didn't manage to pick up a single victory in the first week of action. They finished 0-4 with losses to Fnatic, Copenhagen Wolves, Super Hot Crew, and Roccat.
All on top of him, the jumpers will stop him from moving anywhere once he comes back up. Reckless gets that one. He's now 5-0-4. We saw it, Peke pretty much juking the 2 that were remaining from Alliance. Everything went Fnatic's way there. They lost just 1 man.
One of the brand new LCS teams, Roccat, finished 3-1 in their debut after a convincing run in the promotion series, including a 3-0 win over Ninjas in Pajamas to qualify for LCS. Roccat took wins over Alliance, Super Hot Crew, and Millennium in their first week.
Blue from Alliance. Oh, engage coming in.
Oh, they're going in towards Shook, but there's a flash from Celiver. That's what makes this one now so dangerous. Celiver has survived the burst and he's going to go in there. There is a satchel charge to try and get them away, but Nif is falling low. He's at half HP. The barrel will split the team up even further, and Jankos is chasing. He's lining the queue. As he is in the hole. Doesn't get the kill for them.
At the end of week 1, Fnatic leads the standings with a perfect record. Gambit and Roccat trail with just 1 loss apiece.
The last big Dota 2 tournament from the 2013 season closed with a marquee matchup between the 2 best teams of the year. The StarLadder Star Series Season 8 saw its 18-team field narrowed down to 4 for the offline finals, and it would be Na'Vi and Alliance meeting once again.
That's right, and after dropping their first series of the weekend to Sigma, Na'Vi had to battle their way through the losers bracket to earn their spot in the finals. Heading into the series at a 1-0 disadvantage, they didn't miss a beat against their rivals. Na'Vi cruised to a 17-minute victory in Game 1 with a kill score of 17-1, and they did not look back.
Alliance, they're going to try and fight, but they'll lose the tower first, and now they'll lose EGM as well. Dendy zips forward, takes another. Zip, zap, zoom. He does get stunned, but he's still got Aegis, S4. Just can't touch this, says Dendy. Fun at giving chase. On the backside, it's Habos going deep, going hard. He will go down, but it's 4 dead, and more to follow. Make it 5 heroes hitting the deck. Na'Vi are out of control, 12-1. We could honestly see a GG any minute.
They won the next 2 games in a row, taking the series 3-0 to earn the $62,000 first prize. Nice job.
Loki bails him out, and now a 4 here overgrowth. Huge team fight combination. Massive damage done here this day. And S4 on the run. Now Scythe, he'll make it 4. Alliance self-destructing, and Na'Vi in their home turf. Just running roughshod all over the Swedes.
The win at the Star Series marks the 3rd victory in a row at a major tournament for Na'Vi against Alliance since their loss at the International 3.
Na'Vi pockets another 62 grand. Alliance takes home 31,000.
And finally, the Infinite Crisis Winter Finals saw a winner emerge after months of competition. The championship match featured 2 sister teams from Culebra Gaming. Led by a perfect 7-0 performance by Blue Freeze, Culebra Gaming Blight took a 20-minute victory in the first game.
You can see Batman actually coming from behind. Blue Freeze comes in and snipes Poison Ivy. I don't think any of Red is making out here alive. I think KGO is going to see mega death over here. Double kill for Blue Freeze.
Batman from behind, one of the worst ways to go down, and this turret's almost for sure going to go down as well.
While Origin managed to put up a better fight in the second game, Blight took the victory with the help of Telekinetic's 22 kills.
Cheese doesn't have an ultimate, so the Wonder Woman ultimate doesn't have much to follow up with. Afghan goes going down fast. Spaghetti ultimates in there, and there's just no damage output on KGO's side. They all go down so fast. East is trying to get away, but I don't think he has any chance of escaping here.
We have an utter annihilation, and Kai is the only one alive. And as we saw how quickly Kai went down last time, I don't know that he can put up too much of a defense against this.
For their win, Blight wins $3,000. Origin takes $1,500.
When we return, we have updates from the Game On StarCraft 2 Invitational.
Time warp, good storms to follow.
The results of Apex 2014.
Still, that's it. The champion of Apex.
And your top 5 plays of the week. Stay right there.
All right, guys, we are back from commercial break, and Desi, you know what time it is?
Time for the top 5 plays of the week.
Here they come. All right, guys, we are taking a look at the 5 best moments in esports this week. Kicking us off at number 5, it's Starbucks drone stack against Deer.
Look at this drone. It's actually not one drone. It's about 8 of them. I don't know what he's actually doing. He's pushing with 8 drones, and they look like one. Look at that.
Go ahead and get us around on that cannon.
Oh, that was so cool right there. You will be able to at the very least surround that probe right now and go straight for the cannon.
Moving on now to number 4, it's Navi engaging a 3v5 and winning.
Ooh, a little sloppy from Navi, to be honest. Kind of a mystifying dive. Now they're going to go in anyway. They'll go in, they hit a huge impale, another massive one, and they're going to take the fight anyway, despite losing the 2 supports. It's 4 dead, it's 5 dead. This might be the end for Alliance here at Starladder Season 8. S4, he'll be the last man standing. He'll be going down with the ship here. Navi almost rubbing salt in the wound. Give up 2 supports, win the fight anyway, and GG!
At number 3, it's True's bailing bust against Fantasy.
정명 올라오는데. 네, 정명은 쫓아가. 갑니다. 여기 위에. 뮤탈도 와요.
Noni comes in at number 2 with his perfect force fields against Suppy.
Oh no, this looks exactly like last game.
But the perfect force fields, not a
Not
single
losing
sentry
anything.
died!
Not a single
Oh my
sentry
god!
died.
Kills a Ling. Look at the blood here.
Kills a Ling.
Look at the blood.
A much better trade. Than
Much
last
better
game.
trade. Oh, we have the sentries coming up. He lures him into an unfavorable position. Perfect force field.
That was
not a
actually
single
brilliant
sentry
force
dies.
field.
Oh my god, Noni! Holy shit!
And at number 1, it's Justin Wong once again with his come-from-behind victory in the Apex Grand Finals of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Go back to H.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You should be able to just shoot him.
Don't do this to me, dog.
Oh! The Canadian! Oh, this isn't enough. This isn't enough. What? Oh! He got him! Justin Wong!
Oh my goodness!
Love that number 1 play.
Yeah, any top 5 with the Justin Wong play is a good one.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The Game On GG Invitational, a North American StarCraft 2 tournament hosted by MLG, started its group stage this past weekend. With big names like Scarlet, Huck, and Major in the player pool, and Cats and Destiny rocking it behind the caster desk, the Game On Invitational looks to join the ranks of STARCRAFT in helping to grow the North American scene. The first group of action saw a big upset, as despite a few nice plays from the Canadian Protoss, Huck was eliminated without taking a single series. Kane was able to make it through unscathed, while Puck took down Cats in the final match of the night to join Kane in the second group stage.
The transfuses were important. I don't know if it's enough. We have a couple more links out. Both spines did fall. And Cats should have pulled his drones here. I think that's going to be a quick...
He doesn't. He has 5 roaches in production. Maybe he cleaned. I don't think he even cleaned
There's
up
no way.
at all. No.
Nope. This expansion will definitely fall.
Seppi was able to make it out of Group B on the second day of action, taking a close 2-1 series over Noni in the winner's match. In the final match of Day 2, Neeb was able to avenge his 0-2 loss against State earlier in the tournament, taking him down 2-1 to secure the second spot in the round of 8. 2 more groups need to be played, from which 4 more players will advance. You guys can, of course, catch the finals of the bracket on January 26th on MLG.tv.
OGaming.tv, the French group who produced the popular Iron Squid tournaments, held its Nation Wars tournament last weekend. 8 invited nations had a list of 5 players narrowed down to a final roster of 3 by fan vote. Fan favorites like TLO, Snoot, and Damaga headlined a star-studded lineup of European pros going after the $3,000 top prize. The finals came down to Norway and Russia after their victories over Ukraine and Germany in the semifinals. Norway was an underdog heading into the match, but jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the series thanks to incredible play from their ace Snoot.
Snoot is holding the line against 15 Void Rays. Ridiculous. He kills the Void Rays.
He has the supply lead.
What?
He has the lead in supply.
Happy finally took a game off of Snoot to put his team on the board, but Targa answered right back and closed the series out 4-1 for Norway.
Oh, the medevacs! Targa! What a play! If he wins this game, he wins it for Norway. Norway will be the champion of the Nations War with Russia coming in second, and I don't see a lot of hope for Happy here. His production structures is not high. GG!
The Norwegian team will split the $3,000 prize. The Russians will walk away with half that amount.
All right, let's talk Apex 2014. It took place in New Jersey this weekend. 630 participants showed up for Super Smash Bros. Melee, making it the second largest Melee tournament of all time. Though the focus of the tournament is definitely on the Smash Bros. Series, familiar names such as Justin Wong, PR Balrog, and NY Chris G showed up to try their hands in Killer Instinct, Marvel, and Street Fighter. Justin Wong took first in Killer Instinct and Marvel, but met Sanford Kelly in the losers bracket of Street Fighter. Sanford wanted revenge for his defeat at NEC and faced Justin's Rufus with his Oni.
Sanford is... Oh, it's not just the sweep, it's the focus. You know, Sagat's focus, it doesn't... Oh, he got him!
Got him again!
And he's up!
He stood up as soon as he input the command. Sanford just knew right away.
After defeating Justin, Sanford went on to win the tournament.
Congrats to the guys over at EMP, the Empire, baby! With all 4 Smash titles present at Apex, the big focus was on Melee. Mewtwo King fought back to the grand finals after being 3-0'd by VG Bootcamp's Dr. Peepee in the winners finals. In the end, Dr. Peepee's Falco handled Mewtwo King's Marth Sheik once again as Dr. Peepee leapt away with the win.
PP will keep shooting those pot shots. I'm expecting him to turn around the back there eventually. Oh, good jab. Oh, and not enough. Not yet. Oh, wait, he's still living. He's still living. And that's it. The champion of Apex 2014. VG, PC, Dr. PP.
Here's a full listing of all the victors from the event.
Well, guys, that about wraps it up for this episode, but there's plenty to watch this weekend. Of course, we have the finals of the Game On StarCraft 2 Invitational. Gfinity will be broadcasting another set of European Call of Duty Championship qualifiers.
DreamHack kicks off their year with a StarCraft show match. World of Tanks hosts their Pro League finals in Poland. And the OGN Grand Finals will see SKT T1K take on Samsung Galaxy Ozone.
So much to watch. It's going to be one heck of a weekend. Guys, for everyone here at MLG, we want to thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on MLG.TV.
Take care, guys.